The number of COVID cases has climbed past 1.1 million. The death toll, sadly, is also rising, nearly 70,000 souls lost. And right now, at least 38 states have lifted some of their stay-at-home restrictions, but cases are climbing in some parts of the country that have eased up, Robin.
We're keeping that in mind. We're going to begin our coverage with our Chief National Affairs Correspondent, Tom Yamas, who is tracking the latest all across the country. Good morning, Tom.
Robin, good morning to you. Even though the White House put out guidelines on how states should reopen, in state after state, we're seeing governors adopt their own plans and reopening, even though, as you mentioned, in some of these states, cases are on the rise. Right now, the public health crisis versus the economic crisis is getting more intense every day. This morning, as COVID cases grow in several states, a warning. The New York Times obtaining a preliminary analysis from Johns Hopkins sent to FEMA to help with scenario planning. Preliminary data showing the number of American fatalities from coronavirus could nearly double by June 1st, increasing from about 1,750 to 3,000 a day if social distancing rules are relaxed. The White House saying the government hasn't yet vetted the research, but Sunday, the president acknowledging the death toll in the U.S. could hit 100,000. Overnight, Dr. Anthony Fauci saying he's worried about cases potentially increasing in the coming months as states reopen.
It's the balance of something that's a very difficult choice, like how many deaths and how much suffering are you willing to accept to get back to what you want to be some form of normality sooner rather than later. You know, it's something that people feel very differently about.
Fauci urging the country to be prepared with hospital beds, PPE, and ventilators. In a separate interview, telling National Geographic, "I don't think there's a chance that this virus is just going to disappear," adding he's hopeful a vaccine will be ready come January. Dr. Fauci also pushing back on the Trump administration's suggestions that the virus could have started in a lab in Wuhan, telling Nat Geo that all the scientific evidence, quote, strongly indicates that this virus evolved in nature. And as more than half the country eases restriction, in 17 states, the virus is still spreading, in states like Illinois, Maryland, Indiana, and Virginia. And in Texas, where thousands packed reopened beaches this weekend, officials reporting a record amount of cases. More than 2,000 new cases on just Saturday and Sunday, the highest increase since the outbreak began. 41-year-old Texas mom Shannon Butler was diagnosed with coronavirus last week, the virus now taking an exhaustive physical toll on the mother of a 3.5-year-old.
I would have done anything to have just played with him because he doesn't understand. I look like I'm okay and I'm not.
In states like Pennsylvania, where the virus has appeared to slow, still more than 800 new cases reported on Monday. Ashley Harlocker, the head of human resources at a Pennsylvania nursing home, learned this weekend she tested positive for COVID-19. She does not know how she contracted it.
It's still not safe out there. I understand that people want to get back out there. We need to do it at a slow pace and make sure that we have all the protective pieces in place.
Now in California, Governor Newsom says on Thursday he's going to release more information on how businesses can reopen. And right here in New York City, Mayor de Blasio says they're going to hand out 7.5 million face masks at places like grocery stores and parks. He says anywhere you turn, you're going to be handed a face covering for the coming weeks. George.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.